Good morning, friends. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Day. I skipped Self-Care Sunday yesterday. Probably because I couldn't move from the excessive... it wasn't even eating, it was inhaling. So we had the kids over here on the 23rd. So what am I doing? I've taken this old book. It has these gorgeous leather covers. The spine was gone. Some horrible person had masking taped it together. So I spent much of last night trying to remove the masking tape. There's still some there, but I'm going to cover that up so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to I have made a soft spine. So I started off with a piece of artist canvas. It comes in a pad. I recently got it at the thrift store for $2. And it's difficult to sew through, so I've poked some little holes here. And I need to stitch this little heart-shaped embroidered piece down. So the date of the book wow. How am I going to do this? I guess I'll just do it like that. The date of the book was 1834. And there was even a page, let me see if I can find it. That had a watermark. And let's see if we can, is this the one? Yeah. I don't know if you can see it or not. Anyway, it says G. Wilmot, 1834. I don't know if you can see that or not. But it looks like this was... Oh, I remember now. I remember how this went. Introduction. So the owner of the book wrote an introduction here. And it says April 12th, 35. Isn't that, look at this. This is all handwritten. So it's an oldie. Now, this is the commonplace book that I got recently at the antique bookstore, and the idea that I would tear this apart was unpopular, to say the least. But it was time to do something with it. It cost me an arm and a leg, and I bought it because I couldn't bear not to do something with this book. I won't be putting all of the pages back in. And I'm toying with the idea of perhaps offering some of the pages for sale in my Etsy shop. I haven't firmly decided on that yet. Anyway. So I used some waste canvas. I don't think you can buy waste canvas anymore. I got this at, let me grab it. Yeah, I got this for 25 cents at a yard sale. So this was 14 count waste canvas. I just cut a little piece and basted it down and used it to help me embroider those numbers, not letters. And I chose 1834 to honor the book. Which I just stabbed myself. I did consider coffee dyeing that heart shape. But only briefly. I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed the cover last night because it's really deeply tooled and it has like these flowers and willow branches and little, maybe that's a fountain. Yeah, this is a fountain. These are willow branches. Here's a garland of something, an urn. So it looked quite dull. So I texted Catherine last night and said, do you have any suggestions that I can try to apply something to spruce this up, make it a little less dry and dusty looking? And then of course she wanted a picture first before she gave any advice. And then this morning I got up to take a picture, and I've decided it doesn't look too bad at all. There's no canvas just at this edge. It overhangs a smidgy. Poor Catherine, she's having a heck of a time with her eyes. Oh well. This too shall pass, I guess, hopefully. It's one of the rough things about getting old. Parts and pieces start to fall apart. Oh, this is definitely going to be TMI, too much information. Prepare yourselves. Clutch your pearls. Oh man. My boss had told me that she had had pelvic floor physiotherapy. Now she and I are the same age, actually. I'm a couple of weeks older than her. I think we're 3 weeks apart, something like that. And as ladies of a certain age who have given birth to multiple children, as we age, the dribbles begin to be a concern. And I thought, I'm going to look into this. So I Googled, as one does, and like I know that there's surgical procedures that can be done. My sister-in-law, who's the same age as me, we were born the same year, but she's a November baby, so she's 11 months or 10 months younger than me. Are you gonna go through? And she had a bladder suspension done, and she's quite happy with that. Now she works in healthcare and does a lot of heavy lifting, so you know, and had children. So I think she had hers done quite early, I suspect. I'm gonna have to cut a new thread. I don't like that. I wanted to do it all in one thread. I'm just gonna pop this back through the same hole. Anyway, so I Googled, and of course, you know, the companies that pay for advertising, they come up first in the Google search. And there's this place out on the boardwalk, so northwest of where I live. Not far. I mean, that's where I have been known to do a little shopping, and a lot of medical specialists are out there. So this place, it's called Eurospot, and they have this super secret magic throne and sends electric somethings through your undercarriage. And you only have to have 6 treatments, and it'll fix you right up. So I called about it, and I said I was interested in a consultation. Well, they wanted to know if I had any metal in my body. And I said yes. I don't expect very many people don't have metal in their body at some point. So she said, well, I'm afraid you wouldn't be a candidate for this treatment. And I said, okay. She said, would you like a referral to another physiotherapist? I said, okay, sure. So she emailed me with the name of a physiotherapist, and it was the same clinic as the one Shannon had referred me to. So I'm going to give them a call in the new year. So as I was leaving on Friday. So I was leaving Friday. She was still in the office, and I said, now I have to know, what do they do to you? And she says, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, is anybody going to have their hands on my hoo-hoo? And she says, well, Nancy, they're medical professionals. And one of the young social workers was also in the office, and she said, I'll go with you, I'll hold your hand. I said, that's not improving situation at all. And I said, in my heart of hearts, I know. I mean, if I had a nickel for every hoo-ha I had seen in my nursing years, and none of them are memorable. No judgment. It's just like, you know, get on with it. I don't like it. You don't like it. Let's just do this. I'd be a millionaire, but oh well. And I'm sure if this is her line of work, she sees lots of old lady hoo-haws. But the other part of me is like, I can't show anybody my hoo-ha. And the young social worker says, I love that you're using the word hoo-ha. So that's my tale of woe on Christmas morning. Doug's still in bed. Nothing exciting is happening here today. I have a turkey carcass to deal with. There's absolutely no room in the fridge, and Doug says, what am I going to do with this? I said, put it in the stock pot and put it in my car. It's plenty cold outside. So I've had a turkey carcass in my trunk, or in the back of my car for 36 hours, so I'm sure it smells lovely. Turkey and sage and onion and so I gotta get on that. Okay. I'm gonna flip that over. That goes there. And that goes there. I'm going to put it on a piece of cardboard so that I can move it. So my intention is to stitch through this with my machine. Hopefully this is going to be soft enough to go through. We shall determine that. I just put layers of lace on top of the well, first I inked the canvas, so it was the color white was toned down significantly. Okay. And then I just layered on lace. Not sure where the technique came from, but I remember when I got that pad of canvas that I thought, oh, this is great because this is what I need to make soft spines. Okay. All right, there's that part. I'm going to move it. Before I move it, I just wanted to show you this piece of paper. So I had laid the spine down here, the canvas, and then measured a 1/2 inch either side so that I could sort of keep the overhang even-ish. Like, I mean, there's going to be more overhanging than that, but I just used this as a guideline, and I just attached this with like a swoop of glue stick, and then it peeled right off. I'll show you the sorry, excuse me. This is the canvas pad that I got. It has 10 9x12 sheets. All right. I'm just going to make the template that I will stitch my signatures to. So this is an old file folder. I'm just going to trim off the scored parts. I'm struggling today because I can't find my glasses, so I'm wearing my old glasses. And I didn't want to turn on the light and wake up Doug. So I just put on an old pair. And there's a very good reason they're old. They don't work so good. I was going to say it's 7 1/4, but let's just check. Yep. Now, the plans for tomorrow. We were supposed to go to my sister's in St. Thomas, which is what we traditionally do, although we didn't over COVID. And looking forward to going back. And guess who has COVID? Although she says she's testing negative now. I have to work this week, and I'm not trusting it. I need a pencil that's going to work. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to chop this part off. Make sure it's square. There's a ruler. I'm using my metric side here. So we've got 45 millimeters. So I want it right at 23. And then I'm going to make a line every 5 millimeters. I'm having trouble here because it looks like it's more than 5. Okay. For sure I'm not on camera. So I said to Jordan, yeah, I'm not going. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I said, do you want to do something else? And he asked what his options were, and I said, well, we can go see a matinee, we can go Boxing Day shopping, we can order Chinese takeout and cheat at cards. Well, he liked all of those things, and he said he would ask his lady friend, now his fiancée, and she was all in as well. Although we decided we did not require any shopping. There was nothing any of us required at this time. So when we were here when they were here before dinner started on the 23rd, and she hopped on her phone and ordered tickets, and so we're going to the VIP theater where it's, you know, super loungy, and wait staff bring you your snicky snacks, and it's licensed so you can have a cocktail if you like. And she had enough points on her scene card that the tickets were free. Can't complain about that. And Brooklyn, oh my gosh, she was so much fun. We hadn't seen her for 2 weeks. And she was on my hip the whole day. This is my 1834 is the name of my book. Now, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. For fabric for that. In the meantime, this is the template I will use to poke holes in the signatures. What I thought is I would use a really thin piece of fabric, like something gauzy even, and then do a wide piece of lace. The inside covers look like this. I'm just twisting and turning it so you can appreciate the pattern that's there. So the lace would lie over the inside cover, but it's going to have to be strong enough for me to actually suspend it in there. Let me see what I got. Okay, so this is part of a christening dress. I'm going to tear 2 layers. I want them about 4 inches wide. And this will tear very easily. I did starch these front and back, so give them a little more strength. Okay. Now, I'm going to glue these together using glue stick. Okay, now I've got these 2 pieces of lace. How long are you guys? Wouldn't mind putting some cheesecloth. Let me see if I can find some cheesecloth. All right, found some cheesecloth. Now I'm going to glue this lace down. And I've just laid a ruler here that is exactly halfway so that the lace distributes accurately. oops. Okay, don't touch that, Nancy, because your sticky fingers will lift it right up again. Anyway, so I was talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow's Boxing Day. I don't think that's a thing in the US. But it is here. It's a statutory holiday. So we're going to the movies. We decided we didn't want to shop, but there is a bookstore next to the theater, so Jess and I decided a trip to the bookstore was definitely in order. We're both big readers, which is nice. We don't read the same stuff though. Okay, now I have to think about this. So this will go like that into the book. So I need to put this here. True? Okay. I'm just putting it up against the edge. And then I was going to sort of measure. So it's about 1 3/4-ish. No, or 3/8. Or 2 3/8. So sorry. I know the math. It's very painful to me. Okay. That looks good. Just gonna put that there so I won't forget where things go. Okay. Now I'm going to use the 3-in-1 fabric glue, but I will have to be very careful with it. Make sure that it's spread thinly. So it doesn't seep through. Get back here, you. We'll lay that down. Okay. Now, not sure why my nails are so filthy. I haven't done anything yet. Maybe it's a signal that I should be doing something. found my glasses. Doug's up, so I went upstairs and turned on the bedroom light, found my glasses. They were actually inside my bedside table drawer. I don't put them there. That's not where they belong. Oops. I'm just going to turn this fabric over. Sort of have to peel it away from the cheesecloth and lace. I got one layer. Okay. Ta-da! We might need to chop away some of that cheesecloth, but we'll worry about that when we sew it in. There. So when this is completely dry, we'll poke the holes through. All right, where do we put the, how are we doing for time? Oh, we're doing pretty good. Okay. So this will slide in between the covers just like that. Oh, just like that. I'm going to turn this over, see how it looks. Okay, I'm going to try to sew through the covers. Not sure how it's going to go. Hang on, we'll find out. I was at the antiques market the other day, and they had this as with their, you know, brochures and stuff, you know, for kids to draw little designs. I took this because I thought maybe I would scan it and expand the size of the teacups and use them for like pockets maybe? I don't know. Or even little journaling cards. Anyway, that worked. So I just have to tie the knots, and I'm going to put some I'm going to put some masking tape along the edge there. So it'll be glued, sewed, that broke, and taped. That should make for a pretty rugged spine, I hope. Yeah, I didn't have any trouble at all. Just went very, very slow. I don't think that actually tied a knot. Okay. Let's give that an edge. Now I don't want to go right to the ends because the part that this signatures are going to be sewn to is slightly shorter than the boards, the book boards, because you don't want them hanging over the edge. So I don't want this tape to be seen. Out of an abundance of caution, I just trimmed that corner a bit. There we go. just gonna turn that little piece of lace down. This little one up. Okay, that's it for me today. I hope you thought this was interesting. I thought it was interesting. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.